Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the Think Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called African American didn't find his way to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. So it looks like AI, these new educators are out to make sure the African American knows nothing. Black people, it's really starting to play out, and you should be able to see it now. You should be able to see it now. There should be no excuse. Nobody should not know. It's looking you right in the face. Nobody should not know. I was just invited onto a platform where, and this is kind of the same type of information that I share with, on my podcast. You, who are you? You, the one that's listening now. Who are you? You are probably connected to, you see those people that I have in the image on my screen? Somewhere you're connected to them. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you are an African American. Maybe you are a hotep. Maybe you are all these things that you call yourselves. I don't know. But I'm telling you, these people that you see on the screen, those are your ancestors. When you say you connected to this planet, this is what you're talking about, or this is what you should be saying, or should have in your mind the image. Why? Because when you connect to them, they connect to you. Copper colored lifestyle. How you doing, Love? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. This is not going to be long. Just want to show something real quick. These. When you see all these images, these 16 images, when you go to Germany and you look on the ceilings and all those paintings they have for the four corners of the planet, which is how they used to look at it back then, you are on the America side. They got the Africans, they got the Asians, they got the Europeans, and they got you. Look at those images if you haven't and tell me what you see. If you say any of those other places on the earth, America. America plugs in North Pole, South Pole. Those Americans, people in South America, North America is America, they're home too. Your people transverse this whole side of the planet. Now you're being retaught that you're black. You're being retaught that you're black and can't even see it. If you gave a person something that is black and asked them, is that you? Are you the same what as this car? They'll say color. Say explain. And they can't explain. Disconnected. If you connect to yourself, there's something that doesn't move unless someone moves it. This is what these words have definition. They have meaning. They implore you to do something. Black people don't get it. I'm asking them, I'm explaining to black people. Okay, explain how they're black. In any way you want to, explain how they're black. And this dude cut me off. He ran his yap for about 5 minutes, not saying nothing. Brother, explain how the people are black. So finally, I said, look, you see this image right here? Those are the indigenous people of the Americas. America stretches from Alaska south to Argentina, Caribbean, Central America. These borders got your mind twisted. Yeah, borders is used to divide you. Do black people know that? He didn't say nothing. What makes you think didn't, the indigenous people who are what you now call Canada, didn't travel down to Central America and South America? What makes you think that? Do black people think that? Do black people think that they are these? No, he couldn't say nothing. I'm like, dude, it's what you call yourself, not what somebody else names you. Do black people know that? What did you call yourself? Well, you got America. I'm like, sir, you do know it's not America. You know, and you know, this is what you know the history of this place. That's not what it means. You looking at it the way you've been told. Study it yourself. You'll pick it right up. But we won't do that. We'll go read what somebody else say instead of connecting to our grandmothers, instead of connecting to our grandfathers, even though they're not here. You come through them. So what I was trying to tell a brother is to go check out the primitive primitive Baptist churches. You see them mostly in the South. You know, they might have them a few places a little more north in the South, like Missouri, Kentucky. They might be in those places too. But if you go to the deep South, you'll see these places. They're primitive Baptist churches. Nothing's primitive about them. They're letting you deal, letting you see what's going on right here and right now. I want to say good evening to everybody. Copper Indio, good evening. How are you? Hope everything is cool tonight. And I don't mean cold because it's freezing down here and beyond thought. This is what beyond thought say. You know what's crazy part? Black and whites are shades, not colors. Now what? Now what does that say about the language and the way you ban and trick people out? So this is okay. So he said all that. This is what I got. This is what I picked up. Shades. Shades. You can take shade as a place to get cool. You can take shades as putting shades over your eye. And when he said that, shades, that's what we are. That's how simple you learn. Listen to what people say. Somebody get to start talking, the average shiner just cut them off. You won't even let them say, damn, can he finish his thought? No, notice that about black people. And then he gonna get mad. You talking about my people. Sir, you talk about your people. Your people, and we're just gonna take, let's just take early history. We won't go way back because it'll compound the problem. Let's take 1980. How many of your people killed other your people making your population way less than it would have been if you didn't do that. And didn't say a word. Don't know the definition of the word? Dude, didn't you see the movie Malcolm X? Yeah, they tell you the word black mean. I don't remember that part. Sure you don't. I'm saying these are black people. So he gets mad. I'm like, sir, your people do what black people are supposed to do. Shade each other out. Get rid of each other. I'm like, sir, do you know how many lives have been lost because black people slaughter each other for no reason just to get some money to fill their house with foreign stuff? By this time, the young brother had blew a fuse. Y'all better stop teaching these kids this dumb stuff. You better stop teaching these kids this dumb stuff. You better teach them who they are. It's like the people on the emblem right there. That's who they are. Those are indigenous people. But also, I just wanted to share this because this is real important. So when I got to the young man's show, they were talking about primitive. Okay, and that's when I went in to tell him, hey, I caught you. I caught, I don't know what you guys were talking about prior, but I caught you when you were talking about the word primitive. And I just want to show something that might help your audience. Now, you guys tell me if I was wrong for saying this. I don't think I was, but this is where just barking. Said you see the word primitive, and he was like, "Yeah, you checking out this image right here of the people around the term America, those indigenous people." Yeah, I'm like, do you know what word? Do you know what word is just like primitive? Just shut it off. Just shut it down. I said, do you know what word primitive comes from? Say the same word. He didn't know. So I thought I was being nice. Belonging to the first and earliest stage, primeval, the source, not black, not black, the source. Those primitive or primeval Baptist churches will turn you on to yourself so deep you don't you know already. You ain't got to think about it. You ain't got to read what somebody else wrote because you notice the black people who try their damnedest to be others than what they are. These are black people. Why don't you call yourself what your people call themselves? That's what everybody else do. That's what everybody else do. When Copper Indio says, when the masses believe lies, the words and their meanings reveal the truth. Agreed. I'm with that. The blatches, blatch each right. The blatches black each other out. Understood. Understood. So if we have this type of information going on all fronts, health, education, whatever, if we had information like this just traveling through and everybody can share it and everybody gets it, do you know what would happen? This is the main reason they have you calling yourself black. They didn't take anything from you. Black people gave it away. Now, if anybody can prove that didn't happen, please, please, I'm putting the link to the chat in the chat box and explain how that's not the truth. Nobody took it from you. You gave it away, didn't you? And listen, as long as you lie and pretend like you didn't do it, it's going to get worse for your children. You gave it to him because you wanted what he had. Say, the link to the chat is in. Somebody come explain how it happened. Don't argue. I won't cut you off. You get a chance to speak. Share your ideas with us. If they're not, we don't really have time for it because most everything black people here is a lie. It keeps them black. It's why when you ask them, you know about Allah, Jesus, blah, blah, blah. Tell me what those people in them primitive Baptist churches, what was their ideology of God? I don't know. That's the average black African American person. You ever notice? They know more about anything, know nothing about themselves. That's the majority. I'm gonna show you guys how deep it is. I was having a conversation with a 6-year-old girl. So we played a game. You guess my age, and I'll guess your age. I won. How did you know I was 6? By your teeth. She was like, "Oh, you go through stages. I've been through that stage. We all my kids have been through that stage. We all go through a stage as we growing. We should be able to look at or hear a person speak to where they're at. So that's why you always hear say a lot of these men, they 50 years old, they're still teenagers. That's true. That's true. Just have a conversation with them. It's, you have powers and gifts that these people had, that these primeval people had, that you're plugged directly into that and refuse to go get it. Those of you that are, there are many of you who know what I'm talking about and trying to be that, but you're not. I'm not talking about you. Who are you? It ain't this we stuff. That again blotches you out. You don't get it. You. What kind of work did your granddaddy do? What kind of work did his wife's father do? Everything that they know, you should know. You know more about the founding fathers than you do your own. Right, wrong. So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. But I just want to leave you with this. You are connected to all of this coming down through your ancestors because you are your ancestors. You can't even get black people to understand that your grandfather, you just reincarnated simply. That's the simplest word I can share with you to show you that. But your great grandfather still lives. Your great 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 grandmama still lives, and you should be hearing her call your name. I don't hear nothing. Not listening. It's not the kind of thing you listen to with your ears. You see why they call you black, to shut you down, to do what you do when you're in an environment that's pitch black. You move slowly. That's the reason for calling you black. Most people don't even see it. That's how you know it's bad. Don't even see it. Cut off all the lights in the house tonight and walk around the house like you would if it was daylight. You wouldn't do it. It slows you down. And we don't even get it. Copper colored lifestyle says, see, this is the cool part about this, because people see. That's why I say 90, 95%, y'all. Copper color lifestyle says facts. Too many intellectually and emotionally immature adults. Okay, so every time somebody says something, every time I take what they say, take a word to make sense of what they're saying. It's like this how you learn. What the person saying. Facts. Too many intellectually and emotionally immature adults, I guess that's supposed to say are emotionally mature adults. Got it. Intellectually. So that's the word I picked out. From that, I'll go into the word entail. Entail to me means, I don't know if it means it to her, but it means it to me of what I know and how I look at it now. Entail means you're being told something from the inside of you. Copper color lifestyle. Am I close? Am I close? Because you said it. Entail. You're being told from inside yourself. That's why you should be able to hear your mother call. Or like a lot of artists used to put out music saying that. Copper color lifestyle. Yeah, we're not developed as they should be. They're not developed as they should be. That's what I'm saying. When you say 50-year-old guys talking to a 14-year-old boy, that's what? We're not here to lie and bullshit you. We're here to win. So look, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I hope what I shared tonight was helpful. See you guys next time. Peace.